It is 7:07, and it is Tom, Grody, and Sophie.
Mm.
And it is time. What's it time for?
It's time for you to do the thing and time for me to go to school.
Oh, and what's my program called?
7:07.
7 minutes of sunshine.
7 minutes of sunshine.
7 minutes of sunshine. What am I talking about today? What's that say?
Self-care.
Self-care. What does that mean?
Like making sure like you don't like be rude to your body and like drink a lot of water and eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and get lots of exercise.
Oh my God, honey, that was perfect. Do you do that? Do you do
I
it?
mean, I get a lot of exercise,
Yeah.
but I drink a lot of water, but eating healthy and
Eating healthy is hard, isn't
yeah,
it? What's the hardest part about eating healthy?
not being able to eat anything sweet.
The sugar is bad, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up. I love you. And there you go from Sophie, self-care. And that is the topic today. I'm going to talk about it for a little bit. That is non-negotiable. It is absolutely non-negotiable. And as I've done this program, going on, getting close to 300 of these, it is probably the foundational. It is the foundational thing that I've learned over the last year and a half doing this broadcast, and as I've been trying to take better care of myself, and think about my family taking care of themselves, that the self care is just non negotiable. It has to start there. It has to start with holding ourselves in the palm of our hands and always starting with loving ourselves. I think that is probably the most important thing, because that is where all of the rest of it comes from. That if we take the time to understand that we love ourselves, that we definitely make sure we love ourselves enough to take care of ourselves, understanding that we only have one body and this is it. And there's so many great things we can do to take care of it, uh, like keeping hydrated, like eating lots of fruits and vegetables, and exercising and sleeping and meditating and just taking care, making sure we take care of ourselves. Mental health, all of it is kind of wrapped up. Some of the biggest ones in there, I will tell you, uh, the sugar. I've just even had a little experiment in the last couple weeks. The sugar just kept creeping back in. It's a drug, folks. It is a drug. And I noticed myself putting on a little weight. I went cold turkey on the sugar and I dropped 7 pounds in a week. It's just amazing. The inflammation caused by sugar, all of it, it just messes with our system. And it is just not, is probably, again, one of the most important things we can do if we want to maintain a healthy body weight is to cut the sugar. And then um, the exercise, building a little more muscle uh, in our bodies, just by walking, just by doing some. You could go on the YouTube channel. This is what I do. I go on the YouTube channel and I have a little 30-minute routine that I found. No weights at all. It's all using body weight. But building the muscle up increases the metabolism, which means, guess what? You get to eat more. And eating is great. So those are some of I think the most important things I've learned. But at the core of it, which we talked about in the daily practice, is knowing that we are worthy and deserving of respect and high regard simply because we exist. And that's about self-love. And that self-love, I got to tell you, being able to stand in your power, being able to make good choices for ourselves, starting there. Once we get that, once we have that basic thing, all the rest of it starts to fall into line. And we're able to make better choices for ourselves, our families. We're better to hold. Uh, we can. It's easier to hold to our values. It's easier to regulate our emotions. It's that self-regulation with our emotions because we're in a better state. So all of these things add up. I say all that. The reason I brought it up today, I've got surgery coming up next week. I'm going to take tomorrow and next week off. I got my left foot being operated on. I had my right foot operated on beginning of the year. And I'm going to take some self-care time for myself, make sure I get that surgery and I heal up and I focus on that. So I'm going to stay off the air for a little bit. And then I'm going to come back on the other side and I'll be headed toward the 300th program of this. And I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep going. I'm really, this has become part of my practice, my self-care, and I just love it. And I really appreciate all of you who join me each morning. There's a handful who join me every morning. And then of course there's a few folks that listen, but the biggest point of doing this is just, it's for you and me, staying positive, spreading a little sunshine, making sure we keep focused on the things that matter most, starting with holding ourselves in the palm of our hands, starting with loving ourselves. Got to start there. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable, my friends. All right. So good to see you this morning, Susan Grody, Susan Hyde, Richard McCarley. I can't wait to hear about the new job that you got. That was has been one of the highlights of the last few weeks was hearing that you got a new job, and I'm so excited for you. I hope you have a great day today at your new job. Susan's, thanks for listening all the time. You're both so awesome. Michael Cavan out there, I know you listen every day. There's a couple more folks that sneak in and out. And then, of course, all kinds of folks who listen later. But I appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful day today. Remember, even when it's really damn cloudy out, the sun is always shining. You are the sunshine. And I will see you in about 10 days. All right? Take care, everybody. Have a